Let's join PR as a favorite course. Let yourself step in this human force. With your creative mind and imagination, could you find your passion and learn your lesson? Let's join.
A very good day once again to all of our audiences who are very loyal to our Bold Enough to Stream online episodes. So for your information, today is our episode 5 of our Bold to Chat. So yeah, welcome back to everyone. And I'm the host for today. My name is Yoshi.
And I'm Alicia, another host for today.
Yes, and today we are extremely honored to be able to invite two of our very excellent lecturers from our PR faculty, which is Miss Liana and also Mr. Yus. So let's welcome them with an open Yes, okay. So yeah, before we begin, thank you so much for joining us today. But then let's do a short introduction of yourselves to the audiences.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so how about we go with ladies first?
Yeah,
Okay.
Who's first?
No, ladies first is long time ago. Now it's
Oh, okay.
Okay,
First,
alright.
first.
Trend first.
Alright, so basically, not really basically, my name is Yus. Okay, I'm teaching, I'm under Department of Public Relations. I've been with Utah for almost 7 years.
Okay.
And in Utah, in our department, I'm teaching quite a few courses. For example, like media ethics and law,
Yes.
interpersonal communication, used to digital communication, and now event management.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about you, sis? Sis. Liana.
Okay. Mr. Yusuf, Mr. Yus.
Mr. Yus.
I'm Miss Liana, but you can call me Liana. You don't need to change my name. Okay. I've known in PR department more than 16 years. Since the location was in PJ and then moved here. So here I am. Of course, more than 16 years, meaning that
Super duper senior.
I cannot call myself as super duper senior, but I can call that I have taught quite many subjects, okay? But most of the subject is more to something like communication theories, media ethics, okay? That majority of the subject are that involve like huge number of students. Okay,
So you're very experienced. in
Yeah,
doing-
No.
No?
She's very humble anyway.
yeah, I can see that.
Because every time, like when we meet new students, we have new experience. So you cannot say that you are very good in like teaching because we have different kind of
But
experience.
you've seen a lot.
Every day is
Yeah.
new
Yes,
experience,
yes,
and we will get new knowledge every day.
Yeah. Okay, so today's episode will be a bit different from the previous episodes.
Yeah.
We will start with the game first
Yes,
instead of
yes.
the interview session first.
Let's have some
Yeah.
fun first. You know?
Yeah, let's have some fun
Game,
first.
yes.
Yes,
You have to show your excitement. Yes,
I'm
game.
afraid that later after we finish the game, I cannot breathe anymore.
No, it's just like
Yeah,
you just
it's
gotta
okay.
be there.
It's for us to like
Okay.
relax before we go into
Yeah.
like the serious stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So before we begin the game, so here's a very brief instructions on how the game works. So basically, this game is like charades.
Yeah.
Yeah, we act the words, and the last person has to guess the word. Yeah, so the four of us will be playing together. Yeah. So earphones will be provided to block out all the other distractions and everything. Yeah, and you can only focus on the actions that the person in front of you is showing. Yeah.
Interpersonal communication.
Yeah.
You're practicing it.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, we're already relating
You
to the topic
Yes,
already.
I know. Okay. Oh, God.
Alright, so without wasting any time, let's begin with the game. Yeah.
Ready? Go!
Good.
Have to go there. remove.
Okay, so they have to guess the word.
Yeah,
You can
Okay.
remove the earphone.
Okay.
Okay. Right. I know it seems confusing, Miss.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's okay. You can just like try your
Yeah.
best to guess.
Think creatively.
Yeah, think creatively.
You
like,
also have to think what
yeah, so
that
you
is.
can try to guess the
Yeah.
word as
Can we
well.
can I get a hint or thing?
What is this?
Talking,
Okay, another word for talking.
explaining, joking,
It's like a
mumbling.
a formal word for this. A formal word. Like talking is like somewhat informal, right? But a formal word.
Before that one, before this one.
The word is this one first, and then this one. This one and this
Oh,
one.
what do
So
you
this one is like, what's this?
I know. Bold enough to swim.
No, no, sir.
No.
With you?
Okay.
It's a sentence.
It's
Yeah.
close. It's close. It's describing something. This is describing, and this is the word.
Yes.
Describing the word. Yeah.
And this is like an action.
Yeah. This is an action. Yes. And this is an adjective. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice to know you.
Oh, bukan sir.
Wait, okay. Oh, what up? Okay.
Okay.
Alright, okay. So let's just say the first word maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll give the
Maybe
first word
the
and
first word.
you guess the word behind. So the
Okay.
first word is effective.
Effective.
Yeah.
So
And-
what is this?
Effective speaking.
Oh, close.
Come on.
Something that
You
is
try
related
to-
to speaking.
Thesaurus, they are speaking.
Yeah.
You always say this.
The word starts with C.
You always say this. Yes. It's very, very.
The first word start with C.
The first alphabet
Yeah,
starts with C.
yes.
Yeah. Effective. C.
Communication.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Miss.
Why do I always say that?
You always say that.
So we shall continue, yeah?
Yes.
So basically why we have the word effective communication is because we're trying to show that we earlier we four are actually involved in like a communication sort
Yeah,
of-
in a
sort of
way.
thing. Yeah.
But in another way.
Yeah, and you know we have the sender, the receiver.
Yes,
So the sender
exactly.
is Alicia, and the receiver is like
It's
all
the
of
user.
us. Yeah, and we have an
Poliana,
encoder
yes.
and encoder. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah.
one who encode. You are the-
Yes.
She's the one who take.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the
Noise.
music is the noise.
Noise,
Yes,
exactly.
exactly. So this is why we chose the word effective communication.
Channel. The channel is
Yeah.
a body language.
Yes.
See,
Good
we
aim.
keep teaching, yeah.
Yeah. Good aim, yeah. Alright. So yeah, that's basically it. So
That's okay.
can you like maybe explain something a little bit further about effective communication
Yeah.
before we move on?
Do you start first?
It's okay, ladies first.
No, ladies
Ladies
first.
Again, what is the question?
You know, like explain a little bit to the audiences about what is actually effective communication, beside the ones that we have already explained. Yeah,
What is actually effective communication?
yeah. How do we do that?
Okay.
Alright. Abang start dulu deh.
Okay.
So every day we communicate. Okay, communication comes into how to say, into styles. You know, verbal and non-verbal communication. So when we discuss about communication, effective communication, actually it involves with many things from our body and also our environment. For example, like what I'm doing right now, if I'm just talking like, okay, effective communication is involving, you know, very stiff, very flat. You know,
Very
there's no
boring.
gestures and so forth. So the gestures, the movement, the eye contact, you know, the expression that I gave here, for example, so it will create the ambient, and at the same time will create the effective communication as well. So effective communication is very important. Why? Because we want to convey message. Let's say if I want to talk to you, Alicia. Yeah? So I want to say that please get out and refresh your mind.
Is that what
So,
you feel?
no,
in your head?
no. I mean, like just example. For example, I just say that, Alicia, go out and refresh your mind. So it will give you, you know, the receiver will confuse. What do you mean by get out and refresh your mind? So
Yeah.
because with your tone, you know, you as a receiver, you cannot decode that.
Yeah.
See, So we have to play with the tone as well. You know, the voice, projection, dictions, and so forth. So Alicia, can please get up and refresh your mind. So it shows that you are sleepy. For example, you are not focusing on something. So that's what I perceive as effective communication.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Yes.
It's very
Yeah.
effective.
This communication right here is an example of effective communication. Yeah.
Which is, you need to make sure that, like whenever they want to communicate with someone, okay, or a group of people, you need to make sure that what kind of noise that can exist during the communication.
Yes.
If you cannot identify or you ignore the noise, okay, that 100% will affect the effective of the communication.
Yeah.
Okay, so if let's say for example, like when we give lecture, we try our best to make sure that all the technical things ready, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then also we need to find out, okay, can you hear my voice? Okay, because all the things later when we start to give lecture, when we start to communicate, and then something happen, it can be about psychology, it can be about all the technical things that can affect different.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So to practice the theory, so what is the best theory to, we'll discuss about effective communication. So what is the best theory to use? What is the best theory? Crew, maybe you know what is the best theory to use? When we want to have a very effective communication. We have a master
Don't ask me.
master of theory here. So what is the best theory? Come on. If you do not know the answer, I give you the answer after this.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Good.
Alright,
Okay, keep that in mind, viewers.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so we'll stay tuned for the answer. Okay, so let's get into the interview section right now, okay? Alright, so here are the props ready. Okay.
I'm surprised because I think that is not in the question list.
It's very impromptu. See, this is one of
Yeah.
communication as well. Impromptu
Okay.
communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. So, Alicia, would you like to begin first?
Sure. Okay. So these are the questions. So we're going to let you to
start first.
to pick
To pick.
to pick which question.
Okay.
Let's see how you like.
I'm the follower, so I don't want to be number one. I'm just number 3.
Okay.
Can
Go
I?
ahead. Yes. Just put it. Yeah.
Okay, so what role do facial expressions, gestures, and pauses play in communication? Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the roles of these
What role
things? play in
Facial
communication?
expressions, gestures, and pauses play in communication.
Okay, to enhance the message that you want to convey. For example, bukan saya bunuh dia. No, I kill him. Or bukan saya bunuh dia. Not me, kill him. You get my point?
Yes.
Bukan saya bunuh dia, not me kill him. So the pauses and the gestures play a vital role
Yes.
to enhance the message. Because they play their own role. If not, people will misinterpret what you want to say.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it changes the meaning of the
Yes.
sentence.
Yes,
Yeah,
it changes the
exactly.
meaning. Yeah.
Okay.
The facial expression.
Yeah.
Imagine. Not me kill him. Not me kill him. Which one?
See?
Not me kill him. It's not convincing, kan?
Yeah.
It's
so
not.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really psychological.
Actually, we want to show our face, that's why we
Okay, now everyone saw your face.
Yes, very.
Okay.
In Chinese, it's lang chai and lengoy.
I know.
Okay. Now Miss Liana's turn. Can you pick one
Yes.
question from the board?
Since I am a very good follower, I will be number 1.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to pull it off, please. Yeah. Okay, so how communication
Alright, person.
theories is important to the PR practitioners.
Yes.
I think I'm going to give lecture.
In a simple word, yeah.
Majority of students, they always feel like theory is like something which is boring. Okay? Or why should we learn theory, miss? Actually, if you want to become a PR practitioner or journalist or whatever, position one day that you will go, okay. Theory actually is like a basic. Because remember, I'm giving lecture now. Because theory, every theory, each of them they will give you different perspective. Okay, so let's say, especially when you are a PR practitioner, of course you need to deal with so many people, right? You are the middleman between your company and also the public, the stakeholders. Okay, So in order to handle them, you need to know. Okay? And the theory will give you like a theory will give you one perspective. Many theories will give you many perspectives. So if you know a lot of theories, that would be good. It doesn't mean that you must master, but at least the basic theory, yes, will give you the idea. Let's say, for example, like now, like if you are one, you become a PR practitioner, okay, and you need to do a campaign. Okay, of course, before you want to do a campaign, you need to know like have a strategy. What kind of media that able to reach large audience?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can refer to user sanctification theory. Okay, why people use media? Because different people they have different reason to use media. So you will get that okay. If I look to this theory, okay, majority of people, okay, they use media because for entertainment, for knowledge, okay, and then you do research, okay. The latest recent studies they found that majority of young people today they are very crazy or fanatic with the social media. So meaning that yes, for you to reach the large audience, you need to use social media.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why you don't like it or you like it. The theory is actually a very important.
Very useful.
Yeah.
In the simplest sentence, actually, the theory is explaining the phenomenon.
Yes.
So everyday involved with theory.
Yes.
Okay, since we had this question, so I want to reveal the answer just now.
Yes. The wait is
The
over.
best effective communication, the best theory to use to apply in to have an effective communication is to use communication accommodation theory. Why I said so? Because the way we talk to people is different. For example, if you have do you have children? No yet, I know. Okay, do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I know you have a boyfriend. Iman, let's say you talk to Iman, right?
Who is Iman?
Iman, Tun Iman. Okay, we talk after this about Iman.
We chit-chat later.
Later we chat later. Okay. So let's say if you talk to Iman, let's say you and Iman are couple, for example. So the way you talk, for example, so the way you talk to him is very differently when you talk to your friend. For example, with Iman, you'll be like, oh no, I don't want to go out, for example. But if with your friend, you'll be like, no, I don't want to go out, I'm very busy, for example. You know, when you talk to children or with a kid, oh la la, Chong, so cute. But are you going to talk that with your friend? Oh la la, you're so cute. I think that your friend is going to slap you.
I think we do sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I said accommodation.
Yeah.
You know, you have to accommodate in order to have an effective communication.
It also works when I speak to you because like you are my educator, right?
Yeah.
So like I respect you. You see, so that's also a different way of talking
Yes,
and
yes,
acting,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Respect or afraid?
A bit afraid. Just kidding.
Okay, alright. That's a very detailed explanation
Yeah.
of this question. Alright, so Mr. Yus, it's your turn again.
Okay, I want number one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I think we already described
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Do you want to do it like
Okay.
one more time in like a brief way?
Or maybe you can go to the next question.
Maybe go, yeah.
Yes.
Because after
Okay.
that, if not going
Yeah.
to keep
Alright, then
answering,
you,
right?
alright.
Last question for you.
What are the greatest challenges to good communication? Oh yeah, okay, this is a very good question, you know. For me, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah. My sister, the only one sister here, okay. For me, the greatest challenges here when we want to communicate with people is about the communication. The language barrier. For example, okay, let's say right now, I'm a Malay. Okay, so if I go to Japan, for example, you know, so I only know two languages, which is Malay and also English. So if I go to Japan, we know that they really uphold their mother tongue. You see, so when I want to communicate with them, it's quite a challenge for me. It's quite a challenge for me because I don't know how should I interpret. You know, I just want to ask them. May I know where is the destination to go to Yokohama from Tokyo for Narita Airport, for example. So it might be simple for us, but it might be very difficult for them to understand. So the language is the challenges, is the most challenges here, because again, our accent and our pronunciation also make people feel difficult to understand. You know,
That is correct. Yeah. I can relate to that. I can.
you see,
Yes.
because you always travel to around the world, right?
No. I mean, yeah, I do have the opportunity to travel to a lot of places. Like for example, in France, you know, Paris.
France, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
they also uphold their mother tongue. You know?
Yeah.
in a way, that is also one of the way for us to learn their language as well. So yeah,
You know, in France, they don't even entertain if you speak in English.
exactly, because they want us to learn their language.
Correct.
Yes.
It's very difficult if you want to ask for toilet. You see, and same goes with Indonesia. Even though our neighbor Indonesia, for example, in Malaysia, sorry for my words. Yeah, in Malaysia, the word butuh is giving a very bad connotation. But in Indonesia, the word butuh means a needs. I need you. You know, aku butuh kamu. For example, so the language is the greatest challenge.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's gampang.
That one is also
gampang in Malaysia. Gampang in
very
Malaysia.
bad word. Very bad.
word.
Very bad
But
word.
in Indonesia, it means easy, right?
Okay.
How about you, sis?
Um,
The greatest challenge.
I think impression.
Impression.
When you have but usually it can be interview, it can be like when you meet a new person, or even let's say for example, even you know someone, okay, but your impression towards this person, they can influence your communication. It really, like if let's say like you have like maybe for example, let's say as a old people, I'm not old people, I mean
Still young
that's
and
right.
gorgeous.
Yes, definitely.
So usually like a group of these kind of uncle, auntie, right? They will always feel like young people today very rude. Okay, like when talking to them, not look at it. Yes, that is their impression towards the young generation today. When actually it's not because of our young generation is rude, but because of they keep looking at the handphone.
It's true.
So the impression, so that will influence the communication. Okay, but not the communication.
In fact, I want to add on a little bit, sis. In fact, in class, when we give a lecture, the student is keep playing phone. I was like, why you look at your phone? You see, because we are preparing to go to class, just 3 hours. We just want to borrow your ears, your brain for 3 hours, but you keep playing phone. You see, so that is giving a very bad impression on us. So when we see people or when we communicate with people and that person keep looking at the phone, our low self-esteem. We will having a low self-esteem, and then it will create, the feeling that we don't feel so good about that.
It's like you're not important enough.
Yes, it will lessen our motivation to teach.
Honestly, that's why I prefer OTL.
Okay.
But we miss physical.
Yes, I know. But when we do OTL, I don't have to see the expression. Because when we have this physical, I'm so sorry, I'm not like saying that all students. No, I mean that usually one or two will I believe that they have interest. That's why they come to class. But maybe because on that day maybe like bad mood, right? So that's why the impression is very important.
But usually, sis, if a student playing phone or talking to me, if they come to my office, if they keep playing phone, I say get out. Or I say please sign me phone. Or I make some sarcasm. Let's say the phone is ringing or whatnot, I was like, it's not professional. So I don't know they get it or not, but then that is the way I want to convey a message to them.
Yeah, please, this is not just about between lecturer and students. True. One day, when you go up, you go to like government office or whatever, that when you deal with someone, even you go to the mama store, when you talk to someone but you not give attention, people will be like, was so rude this person, right? So it's not just about student and lecturer. Only that, our daily activities is with students, so that's why majority of the example is just about we as the lecturer and student.
Of course.
But don't please, I never like have a conclusion with your students. I don't know. No. Okay,
This is why we love Paliana.
Same also like the lecturer, not all lecturer.
No, but I love you too. We love you too.
Okay, Iman. Okay, Alicia.
Did you just call me Iman?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Okay, alright. Actually, due to the time constraint,
Oh my
that was
God.
the last question.
Okay.
But it's fine. We still have one last interactive session that will be going on. Okay, but first let's pass this back.
Are we talking too much?
Oh no! It's actually
good,
it's a very good conversation.
Okay.
That means that means the questions are good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not finished.
It's okay. Later we'll show you the question.
Yeah.
We'll have our own interaction.
Maybe in the future, maybe for future TV shows.
Winky, are you okay? Okay, just asking because this time we talk about impression, kan? Just kidding.
Alright. Okay, so before we end everything, right? Okay, there's this interactive session that is going on with all of our guests for our TV shows. Our previous guests have done it also, so now it will be passed down to the both of you. Okay, so for every guest of the episodes, they are required to leave one question to the guest of the next episode. Yeah. So we already have this question from our previous guest.
So so now you have to answer the questions, right?
Yeah. Okay.
From the previous guest. So good luck to both of you.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So both of you also have to answer. Yeah. Okay. This is a question that is related to CSR because CSR is the topic of our previous episode.
Yes.
Okay. So the question is, all right, what can you both do with your students to contribute to the community?
Alright.
Yeah, so who would like to start with the answers first?
Okay, I need to construct the sentences.
Okay,
Okay.
Miss Liana.
Okay, you can get.
Again, what is the question?
Okay, what can you do with your students to give a contribution to the community?
Oh, what I'm going to do?
What can you do
Or
with
what
your
can I
students?
do
Yeah.
to ask them, to encourage them?
To contribute to the community, community
Okay,
together.
to encourage them to contribute.
Yeah.
Usually I cannot ask, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But I will tell them that most of the time, I don't know whether I inform my AA or not. But for me, I always tell my students, okay, if you do good things, you will get good things back to you. Okay. So if let's say let's say like you said that what can I do to encourage my students to involve, right? I will maybe, for example, I will ask what is their interest, okay? Because let's say, for example, you love cats, okay? Okay, so majority of young people today, they love animals. So I will encourage them to join, the NGO that involved, like taking care of all these
Stray cats.
cats, okay? Okay, and then, like at least, for example, we can see that so many stray cats, dogs, okay, which is so kesian, which is we cannot do. I cannot. I mean that I cannot. Like I'm very
do much.
Yes, cannot do much. Okay. So maybe for students, okay, maybe when you do campaign, you can do something that can focus to this group of life. Okay, which is majority of the campaign we focus more to the human. So focus also to them. And also, and if you're talking about contribution, it doesn't mean that must involve campaign or NGO. Like when we have no flood that happened recently. So be someone that no need someone to inform you what to do. You should know. Okay, here flood happened. So what should you do? Go to that place. Okay, ask what can you do to help them. Okay, even your neighbor also know your neighbor. That is also CSR. Which is majority. I don't know. I'm not saying that majority of us. I'm saying that some people they never recognize who is their neighbor. So CSR doesn't mean that only about do big event. No, okay. When you do involve in the people, your neighborhood, okay. Gotong royong, okay. Even something which is when there is an event, join them, okay. Talk with the community members, right? So that is also CSR. Okay, but of course, if you're working in organization, then yes, there will be more.
There will be
okay. But if you start from the beginning with the small event, later when you go for big event, you have no problem to talk with people, communicate, because you already okay. When you go to small kenduri, right? You chit chat with the makcik-makcik. Makcik, how are you today? Okay, what can I do for you? Should I cut the onion, whatever? So when you join big event, you will know how to entertain your guests. Okay, so start with the
small things.
Yes,
small things matter.
Yes. Then
Alright.
when you go for the big events, should be no problem. So that is from me.
Okay. Anyway, we talk about CSR, right? So I agree with what Miss Liana said just now. It must start from you. You see, very simple thing. Okay, you have to put yourself as a representative of your organization. So what is your organization right now? It's Utah. So you will wear your the Utah shirt or you carry the Utah's name. Utah's my choice, for example. So you throw the rubbish outside from your car. So that is very bad. You see, when you see the rubbish, why not you just pick it up and throw it into the dustbin?
Yeah.
So that is very common, the very small thing that you can do.
It's common
You see?
sense.
Like, very common sense.
Yes.
Okay, and then the way you greet people. You see, you representing your organization right now. So if you bump into someone, why not you just greet, hi, good morning, or if those you meet, those mostly we can say assalamualaikum or maybe good morning.
Yeah.
But I realize nowadays you have no feeling of human anymore.
Humanity.
Yeah, the feeling of humanity anymore,
Mhm.
because when you bump into someone, you just like you will ignore that person, or as possible you want to make sure that that person is not realize your existence. You return your body. Why?
Yeah.
Because human being, we must have a human touch,
True.
Because for example, I believe in my theory. Let's say if you bump into someone, and then that person having a bad day, okay, and you just say good morning, hi, good morning, you just smile at that person.
Yes.
It will make that person feel happy,
Yeah, true.
because he feel that
Mm-hmm.
at least someone is care about me.
Yeah.
I do agree that.
My mother always say that charity start from home.
Oh,
That's very good.
that's such a
Very
warm
nice.
thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. All right, so I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think we
Time
have come
really
to
flies.
an
so
end
fast.
already.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're like ending this already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's wrap it up for the day.
All right.
Okay. So
So-
like
Yeah. All right. So thank you once again, Pauline, and also Mr. Yus for joining us today. And we really appreciate all your insights and everything. And we learned a lot. And like, we really appreciate the time that you have given for us as well. And we hope that you enjoyed the game session in a
Oh,
way.
wait. I just remembered something.
Oh.
You haven't left the question for
Oh
the
yeah.
next guest.
Yeah.
Okay, if you ask me, if you are a leader, how are you going to ensure that your communication is effective or not?
Okay. So
Okay.
the question is, as a
You-
leader,
yes.
how to ensure your communication is
Is
effective or not? Okay.
Next
This-
guest, stay tuned.
It sounds
Very good.
easy. It sounds
It sounds easy, but
Yeah, but I think
very
it's a tricky
varied.
one.
Yes, exactly. It's okay. It's okay.
We hope the next guest is
good
okay.
luck, next guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So thank you once again.
You're welcome. But before that, I want to call people outside there. If you want to know more about public relations, please join us. University Tunku Abdul Rahman. You just click Faculty of Arts and Social Science and just search for public relations program.
Yes.
And we are happy to have you in Utah in our department.
Yes.
Yes.
And also we have our socials as well. So you can follow our social media pages to know more about Bold Enough to Stream events.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
The link is below.
Yes, definitely.
All right. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Poliana. Thank
Thank
you,
you very
Mr.
much.
Yus,
Thank
for
you
your
so
time.
much.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. My
Alright.
name is Yongqi.
And I'm Alicia.
Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
on. Be a leader and grab your man, cause you will know and get your aim. You make your choice and make up your mind. Say, make your choice and speak out your mind. Could you see yourself